So Gretchen, talk me through your top strategies for mastering a new positive habit.
Well, one thing to think about is the role of other people, because it's very easy for us to think of ourselves as acting in isolation. But in fact, of course, we're constantly trading habits back and forth. So one thing you want to think about is, can you be around people whose habits you admire and that you want to emulate? Because it's going to be a lot easier for you to change your habits if you're around people who have those habits. And by the same token, if you're around people who have habits that you don't like, you want to be very aware of it, very conscious of it, because there is that tendency for people to pick up habits from each other.
So can good old-fashioned diarising help us lock in a habit?
Yes, monitoring is one of the most effective strategies for habit formation. And the funny thing about monitoring, just keeping track of what we're doing, is that even if you're not consciously trying to change, monitoring alone starts moving us into the right direction. So if you monitor how much you're spending, if you monitor how many steps you take each day, if you monitor what you eat, you automatically start doing a better job. And so it's a way to change even without trying to change, by just monitoring.
So what's more effective for mastering a new habit? Big dramatic change or baby steps?
You know, that's a great question. And it depends. It depends on you, because some people really need to take small steps, and they need, you know, they're getting that little accomplishment, they build the habit into their day, that's how they gain momentum. Other people lose interest. If it's a small change, they get bored, they lose interest, they can't stick with it, and they do better when they start big. And probably most of us are a mix. So I think it's just what is going to work for you in a particular situation, what's attractive to you, what feels like the kind of thing that's really going to hold your attention and help that habit stick.
So Gretchen, what would you advise the person who says, oh, I'll start that healthy habit tomorrow, on my birthday,
yes,
maybe in the new year?
Yes, right. Well, one of the things about human nature is that we often think that the future is going to just be slightly better than the present. And so there's this impulse to think like everything's going to be slightly easier tomorrow. The time to begin is now, because otherwise there's always tomorrow, there's always next month, there's always next year, there's always an excuse. But if we begin now, then that's always the best time to begin.
No time like the present.
No time like the present. And the problem is things that can be done at any time are often done at no time. And so if you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that whenever I have some free time, you might not have any free time. So the time to begin is now.